Can one person change the world? A girl definitely can. Good afternoon, I'm Stacey De Jesus and you're watching Rappler Talk. Today I am joined by three exceptional and inspiring young women who have spent the past year improving each of their communities. How did they do it? What were the challenges they faced? Let's learn directly from them. Let's start by introducing them. Joining us today is Cadet Girl Scout Sofia Lan de los Santos from the Manila Girl Scout Council. Next is Cadet Girl Scout Cazel May Albacete from Pasay Council. She's also from the Philippine School for the Deaf. Senior Girl Scout Christina Marie Ricarder from the Makati Council. And also joining us is Cazel's troop leader Mariel de Guzman, and also from the Philippine School for the Deaf. Thank you guys for joining us. Welcome to Rappler Talk. First, let's start by talking about your projects because we want to give the viewers, a general understanding of what it is you guys did for your community. So siguro let's start with your project, Sophia. Your project is called Health and Well-Being, a Leap Toward a Healthier Nation. Can you tell us more about it?
It's entitled Onto Well-Being, a Leap Towards a Healthier Nation. The target clienteles of my project is undernourished kids age 5 to 10 of my community, and what I did is I did a monthly feeding with the lectures about proper hygiene and physical fitness. So what I did is every month I have different topics like how to bath properly, how to wash your hands properly, how to brush your teeth properly, and I had my grandfather come over who is a dentist, and he did a dental checkup. And for physical fitness, I taught them basic warm-ups and exercises. So it is to improve the kids, also improve the kids' leadership skills and confidence from themselves.
Wow, so meron kang feeding and then you had an education and then
Yes.
a physical fitness part. Wow, very interesting. How about yours, Christina? Can you tell us about your project?
Okay, so my project is entitled Adopt a Spot and Paint It Green, and it falls under the ecology aspect, wherein I converted an eyesore area in the Pio del Pilar, Barangay Pio del Pilar.
This is in Makati.
Makati, yes. And I converted it into an urban garden that would benefit the people living around it, and because I found it very sustainable and as well as a concrete way to be able to help them and inspire them to start a change and as well as take care of our environment.
Nice, thank you. How about Cazel? What was the project that you implemented? And this is in which area? If you can tell us about it.
My project is in Pasay City, and I help different special children about cultural heritage. We meet different children with disability. We go to different institutions.
Okay. Cultural heritage. Okay, so you have feeding, cultural heritage, and then you have the ecology part of it. Okay, these are all amazing projects for each of your communities, but my main question is, because I myself am a Chief Girl Scout medalist from 2007, and I just want to dig deeper into how you guys started the project and what were the challenges you faced. So what were the challenges starting this out? Ano yung mga naging, nagpahirap sa pagpapatuloy ng project? Because from my understanding, this is 1 year, right? So ano yung mga kinaharap yung challenges and troubles along the way?
The first challenge I faced is when my first feeding happened. It was on August 11, 2017, and that day there was an earthquake. And it was I was nervous at the time, and I had to delay the program, and then I had to teach the kids about preparedness about the earthquake. And then the other challenges I faced is that through the months, a lot of kids doesn't attend the program, so I have to make it more active, and I have to make them more passionate about what I do.
Okay. Carl, what were the challenges?
I think my first would be like not being too familiar with the place and as well as with the people, because Pio del Pilar to start with is like not really my barangay, but then I really chose it because I felt so connected with the community and its needs.
Yeah.
And I think, but as time passed, I was able to get to know them. And I think another one would be being able to balance both academics, extracurricular, and as well as the project. And lastly, I think it would be like the doubts that come along the way, come along with the challenges with the project. Because every time we would like um, dig a hole to be able to mix the soil for the plants, like trash would come out, and I was like, oh wow. So I think that's well,
Like
one
it's
of
back
the
from
challenges.
square one sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes, but we were able to get through it.
And yours, Kazel?
I experienced before the special children can't understand me. It's really difficult to communicate with them. I cannot speak. And I use pictures to show them the activities, and I ask my troop members to help me, also my troop leaders, so that the kids will understand me. I also experience to help different people through my activities for the kids, special kids.
Nice, using visuals so they can understand you better. But what's interesting to me from what you guys said is kasi these are communities, although these are where you live in. You mentioned like sometimes you're a total stranger coming into a community and they don't know where you're coming from. You're just this little girl coming into the community and telling them to start a project. So how did you encourage the community to help you? Because sabi mo nga yung interest din on your part, like mababa yung interest. And the parents should be eager kasi may feeding. Pero it seems na yung interest din ng mga bata, I would say, driven by the parents, mababa din. So, paano nyo na-handle yun, yung pag-engage or pag-encourage sa community na tulungan kayo, basically?
Okay. For my project, I think. Okay, there. At first, like I agree that there was really like a struggle because there were doubts that came along with it. But with the help of the barangay, like they gave they gave the people around the community like a heads up, and they were like, oh, there's going to be a project around here, and it will be like for your benefit and as well as everyone's. And it's not only like you can also take part in it, and I think that's what like hyped them up the most. And another thing is like being present with them, doing it with them. It gives them a sense of community, that you are being one with them in your advocacy to help them in planting the crops and as well as transforming the place that they live near in. So yes.
So from your end, it was with the help of the barangay and making sure that you were present. So you lead by example, basically, by giving off a sense of community. How about you?
For me, me and my Girl Scouts, we personally asked the parents for the permission to get the kids and to teach them for a couple of hours, and that actually helped me get more kids than I expected.
So it's really working with the parents.
Yes.
For it. Kazel?
I help the special children and teach them different activities, and I encourage my troop leaders to help them. And I want to be aware that even we're deaf, we're happy and we can still do it.
So it's really with the help of troop leaders and fellow Girl Scouts. Yeah.
Actually, yes, because in barangay or the parents don't understand sign language, so we really need to be present for them
Yeah.
so that they could understand the project.
Okay. So, yeah. Parang laging may you can't move on or you can't move forward with your projects without the help of the community. That's always the challenge. Was there any point where you felt like there was reluctance from their part or siguro parang lack of interest na to help, or wala namang ganun? Wala naman. That's great. Okay. Siguro my next question is, apart from the challenges, is Since you've also brought in the rest of the community to help you in your projects, what do you think is the overall change or effect that you've, affected on the community? Ano yung, may malaki ba kayo nakitang pagbabago from before and after you've done the project in terms of not only, the areas, for you it's a certain area, pero for you like emotional, spiritual, or the sense of community is different? You can go ahead, Sophia.
I did a surprise visit after the program, and then I have seen that what I taught them, they applied in their everyday lives, and that made me so happy because I really loved how how I taught them, and it just made me really happy.
So they've been able to sustain
Yeah.
it even without you there.
I remember writing about this once, and I found the connection between it wasn't just the plants or the flowers blooming and growing as you went through the project, but I think it was all the growth was also found in the people, because it was the change was really evident in how their old practices of throwing trash on the ground or probably in the creek changed to something like picking it up by themselves, like taking the initiative to pick the trash up and throwing it in the right place, and as well as like what she said, continuing the sustainability even after the 1 year was over, and they also inspired other people to do the same. Like the kids, instead of like playing outside, they would have this interest in planting and helping out in the urban garden.
That's nice. For you, Kazel?
It is the awareness for the deaf community and people. And it's also about our limitation is not really a limitation. And it's also an awareness that special children, even we're special, we can still help other people.
That's so great. That's so inspiring. Um, you've done this project under the Girl Scout of the Philippines medal scheme. But before we dive into to explaining what the Chief Girl Scout Medal Scheme is all about, what for you is a Girl Scout in your own words? Because we have that describes what a Girl Scout is on the promise and the law, but in your own words, what is a Girl Scout? Because we have viewers, boys, and some girls who are not part of the Girl Scout. But in your own words, what is a Girl Scout? Siguro let's start with you, Christina.
All right. So I think for me, a Girl Scout is like an inspiration. Like she is able to stand on her 2 feet, and along with that, she also understands that she needs the help of the people around her, and like she goes out of her way to be able to help, and as well as inspire people to do the same.
Kazel?
It's not only wearing the uniform, but making an awareness and difference.
For me, Girl Scouting is enhancing your leadership skills and confidence, and with that, you're being able to be molded into a young woman, a young lady, a great young lady. When I was a kid, I wasn't really confident about myself, and I would never speak out loud. But through Girl Scouting, I became confident and I became a leader.
Is it because what is it about the Girl Scout, the Girl Scouting that makes you confident? You feel that helped you become a more confident woman?
It was the positiveness of every Girl Scout I met. I would make friends even though I would make friends even though I look like I'm mataray, and because they are so friendly, and I was able to get out of my comfort zone. So that's what helped me to boost up my confidence.
So it's really about also what helped you is the Girl Scout community, your fellow Girl Scouts basically helping you out. Siguro let's go back to what Christina said regarding a girl, a Girl Scout is someone who, knows that it's not just about her, but she's part of a community and she needs to do something. That constant feeling of, wanting to do something, but for you to make a difference, do you need to be part of the Girl Scouts? Is it something that you recommend to everyone, and what are the benefits, if ever?
Um, I really like recommend being part of this movement because like as she said, it teaches. I think it gives you a sense of confidence and um, like the activities are very tied to each other. It's very connected and it it not only molds you as a person but as well as in different aspects like as a friend, as a daughter, as a woman, and as well as like a leader in your own little way. And yes, I think that's it.
Kazel, do you need to be part of the Girl Scouts to be more involved? And if yes, what about the Girl Scouting experience, um, helps you in your projects, in your advocacy?
I want them to accept as deaf in the community. I will really encourage them to join different camps and experience the activities and the happiness because it will develop us. Just join the Girl Scout.
Okay. Calling on the community of the persons with disabilities to join the Girl Scout community, because as Kazel said, that it has brought her happiness and purpose, I would think. Okay, so a lot of young women are out there, your age, you're 16 and 18, right? You're teenagers, and a lot of other girls there would, use this time to enjoy life and maybe just give back later. What is it about you that makes you feel like you need to give back? And why are you doing this? What's the motivation? Were you exposed to anything that, that triggered this kind of wanting to help? Or is it because you joined the Girl Scouts and then everyone was just doing something and you wanted to do your part as well? What really caused you to, make you move to act and help?
When I was younger, I would always see um, street children who just doesn't have enough food and is undernourished. And through the years, I had the vision of helping them. And through Girl Scout, I had the chance to do so. And I am, yeah.
Okay, for me, I think it's just everything about me as a person, like the values that I learn in my school and as well as the lessons that Girl Scout teaches us. I think like when you put that together, it kind of pushed me to be able to like start a project and like be really active in Girl Scouting. Like what do you call this? It's not just like keeping it within you. You're not limited in yourself. Like you have to like go out there and maybe you could like inspire people to do the same, and that would like start the change.
Kazel?
Even I'm deaf, I will still want to help and give support, even though some people think that we cannot do it. I chose the children to support because even though I have limitations, we deaf can still support them through different projects.
Okay. So maybe actually I'll wrap up na lang. What do you think what is your message for girls and maybe boys who want to make a difference and want to do something, and where do they start? Because that really is the challenge. Where and how do they start?
They should go for it and they should start within themselves. They have to be ready to do something they want that will make a positive impact in the society, because if you're not ready and if you're not passionate about it, it's going to be hard for you within yourself.
Okay. I think it's being rooted in your intentions and in your purpose and like your whys on like why you started. Like it draws me back to the quote that I had throughout the whole project. It's pagod pero may pangarap. Like it keeps me, it makes me hold on to the reason why. And despite all of the challenges and despite how tired I may be throughout the whole thing, like now that I'm here, I'm like, wow, I made it. And if I wouldn't be here if I gave up.
happy for the deaf community because they are starting to join the Girl Scouting. And I hope we invite more and encourage the deaf, even though it's difficult for us, the schedule, the activities. But still, if we will continue, we will be successful as a Chief Girl Scout.
Thank you so much. Thank you, ladies. On November 23, Friday, 713 girls like Kazel, Sophia, and Christina will be awarded the highest honor of Girl Scouting, which is the Chief Girl Scout Medal Scheme. And for 42 years, since 1976, a total of 10,766 Girl Scouts have been awarded that medal. The Chief Girl Scout Medal Scheme is built on the Girl Scout mission of developing the total girl with primary emphasis on discipline, perseverance, and the development of leadership, as well as sense of responsibility toward herself and her community. These young girls have successfully completed one-year development projects on ecology, health, livelihood, and cultural heritage in their chosen communities. They've made a difference. How about you? What's your excuse? We hope you're inspired by the ripples of positive change that these young girls have done in their own communities. Thank you for joining us. I'm Ceci De Jesus, and you just watched Rappler Talk.